Hi guys, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? I cannot see the chats yet. Just give me one moment. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. So, hi everybody. Hello. Welcome to this session. Hi. I am Bhavana Bisht. This is me live. That's my photo that you see up there. And also, I teach science on Unacademy Plus. That is basically physics, chemistry, and biology. Yes. And what else do we have, man? What else do we have? So, we also have the code that is BBLIVE10 that gives you a 10% discount, right? And along with that, we have some amazing festive offers running on, so you can have a look at that also if you are going to be live in the session. Also, we have Unacademy Emerge, which happens every weekend, that is Saturday and Sunday. So, what exactly is Unacademy Emerge? Unacademy Emerge is a free live mock test which happens every weekend. It's aligned with the CBSE's latest guidelines. If CBSE says it's subjective, is going to be subjective. If CBSE says objective, is going to be objective. So currently, as we know, it is in the objective of right. What are the features of Unacademy social media handles? So if you're one of the toppers, you will get featured on the Unacademy social media handles. You will also get a detailed performance report, so you will exactly know where your mistakes are, where you need to work upon. Also, you'll get video solutions by top educators, which will really help you with the performance. Yes, and the most important thing is you're going to get an AIR. What is an AIR? That is an All India rank that exactly help you to analyze how your preparation is going on with respect to the entire nation. Yes. So this happens every Saturday and Sunday. The enrollment is absolutely free. The link for registration is pinned down in the description box, so you can go out there and take the form and fill it for yourself. Yes, because enrollment is absolutely free. All you have to do is use the code BB60 while you're filling out the form. Yes, and you are going to get what, ma'am? If you're one of the top 3 rankers, you might end up getting 2 months of CBSE Plus subscription absolutely free. So what are you waiting for? Go and fill the form in the comment section below. So what are we doing? We are doing the chapter life processes. Yes. And what exactly are we doing in that? Well, we are doing the entire chapter, leaving out one chunk. So if you want the entire chapter, it is available on Unacademy Plus. But we'll still try to go through all the important concepts of this chapter. Okay. So let's go. Now, when we talk about life processes, yeah, now we are born, like you might be 15, 16 years old, I am 23 years old. So what is happening? We have the same body for the longest period of time. Yes. Hi Ajay Kumar saying, so do you realize that sometimes if our body is not working correctly, if our body is like paining, so are we like, hey electrician, yeah, I cannot see with my eyes, can you come and do this electrician thing in my optical nerve? Is that even possible? No. Why? Because we ourselves do not require anybody else to come and maintain our body for us, because we already have so many reactions in taking place inside our body to keep our body fit and healthy, right? And always remember, the body will treat you in a way that you treat your body. So if you are treating the body with absolute care and amazing thing, it is going to treat you nicely. right? So what do we have over here? We have life processes. So what are life processes? Now, living beings display some form of movement as soon as we are born. We are moving. We also display life processes like digestion, respiration, excretion. And why do we have these life processes? So that, why are we going out there and excreting the urine out of our body? And why is it not inside our body? Just because it is a maintenance process. Because our body cannot keep all the toxic materials inside, right? So maintenance, all of these processes requires energy, and they prevent us from any damaging. Yes, in the ninth standard itself, we have studied that we have cells, similar type of cells with similar functions come together to form tissues, and we have organs, right? Yes. Now we also know that whenever we're talking about biology, it's not just biology we are talking about. It's chemistry, it's physics, it's everything together. Yes, these structures may break down under environmental effects. And when we talk about the movement of molecules, repairs and maintains living structures. Yes, biologists say that molecular movements are a sign of life. Now, when we talk about life processes, we do not exactly learn it in 10th standard at the molecular level, but what we do know about is that we know about the process called as nutrition, we have respiration, we have transportation, and finally we have excretion. Yes? So when we talk about nutrition, respiration, transpiration, and excretion, what exactly are these? And how do we go over this? How does it happen every day in our body? Does it requires energy to take place in our body, right? So whatever is the thing, we are going to go through it. So when we talk about nutrition, yeah, so whatever food you intake, yes, and it is getting intaken, it is getting taken in by your body. Why? Because just because you're hungry for no particular reason? The answer is no. Is there so that we can produce energy out of it. Yes. Similarly, we have respiration. What is respiration now? To make energy out of the food that we are eating, we require oxygen, right? And this oxygen is provided through respiration. And also the process of getting the energy comes under respiration. Yes, because we know that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Similarly, we have transportation. Transportation is nothing but transfer of food to various parts of the body, to the cellular part of the body. Yes, and finally once everything is given to the cell have utilized the food. Yes, and finally they are like, bas ho gaya, अब ये जो भी बचा है सब फेंक दो because ये हमारे कुछ काम का नहीं है, and that is what is expelled out of the body. Yes, and that is all the life processes reactions that we have. So we have nutrition, respiration, transportation, and excretion. Yes. Now let's move on and understand how exactly all of this is carried out. But before that, you can try to answer a few questions in the comment section. How many people can one donor help through organ or tissue donation? Do you have any idea? Do you know anything about organ or tissue donation? If you do, you can let me know. Anybody? Nobody? Okay, so now what happens is up to 8 lives can be saved if one person decides that I am going to donate my healthy organs. Yes, so you can save up to almost 8 lives. The same donor can treat an additional 75 other patients' medical issues, and this is a lot of charity done. Because you never know when am I going to die, whenever we are going to die, right? Yes, but it's always good that we have a paper, a will signed that we or I would like to donate my organs in case I am dead, in case I met with brain dead situation, right? Why is that important? Because these organs which are absolutely healthy, your lungs, your heart, your liver, your kidneys, they can be transplanted to different individuals who require that, who are in the transplantation list, right? Yes, in fact, not only your organs, but your eyes, your hairs, your skin can also be donated. Your face can also be transplanted, right? There are so many things which can be donated because once we all are going to die, right? Yes. So what is better? To just die alone, Yeah, or is it better to die and give life to 8 different people? Yes, because then you're not dead. You're still living through those individuals, and every moment of life that they are alive, they will remember you. You will be remembered, guys. Yes. So if I have this, I can make full use of it. Yes. So remembering that, let's start with life processes. The very first thing that we have is nutrition and digestion. Now, whenever we say nutrition and digestion, what do we want to eat? Yes, we are like, oh, ma'am, ma'am, party, give me burgers, french fries, हाँ, bhajia पाओ, ma'am, donuts, so, oh, ho, muffins, hi, ice cream, macarons, really? I would love to have them all. अरे भैया जी, nutrition के चक्कर में, are we going to have all the junk food that is available? The answer is no, right? Yes, these are the things which first come to our mind, but do we actually require them? Do we actually need them? The answer is no. But what exactly do we have to eat every day? Shinchan might look happy eating that, but that person over there is absolutely not happy. So we have to eat the greens, the spinach, the broccolis, the cauliflower, the cabbage, the oats, the almonds. That might not sound so appetizing, but we have to go with it. Why? Because whatever you put into your body, that is how your body is going to behave. And why is that so? Because all the foods that we eat have nutrients in them, right? Yes. The nutrients I'm talking about are proteins, vitamins, carbohydrates, healthy fats, water, and minerals. Yes. Out of that, fats, carbohydrates, and proteins are something that we require in huge quantities. So these are macronutrients. What are these? These are macronutrients, something that is required by our body in larger concentrations. But vitamins and minerals are something which is required by the body no matter what, but in smaller concentration. Yes. So when we look at the food that we eat in greens, it has all of that. Yes, and it has nothing bad associated with it. But when we think about this food, there is a lot of carbs, there is a lot of fat and trans fat which our body does not at all require. Yes, and that is why it becomes very important to have a balanced diet. Yes, that's right. Green vegetables and anything that we have house made is rich in everything. Yes. Now, why do I exactly need the nutrients? Yes, because I am still living fine. So we all needed to do our day-to-day activities like running, jogging, skipping, yoga, talking, skating, cycling. Everything requires energy. And where am I getting the energy from? You're getting the energy from what you're putting inside your body. Yes. So if anybody asks you to define nutrition, so nutrition is the process of taking in food and converting it into energy and other vital nutrients required for life. Because nutrition is not only about eating good food, it is also about converting it into energy and getting the nutrients out of it, which is absolutely required for me being alive. Yes, so that is the definition of the term nutrition. Now, when we talk about nutrition, can we make our own nutrition? Can we take our own nutrition? You'll be like, huh, ma'am, yes, I have 2 hands, I can do that, I can take all of my nutrition. The answer is no. Yes, you'll be like, Mummy, khana, Mama, bhook lagi hai. And once we grown up, we'll be like, oh, I'll Swiggy it, I'll Zomato it. But does that mean that you are making your own food? The answer is no. We cannot make our own food unless and until you're Hulk or Gamora, even if they have chlorophyll. So only the individuals on earth who have the pigment chlorophyll and they can make their own food by photosynthesis. Yes, what is photosynthesis? Photo is light, synthesis is to make something, right? So using the inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water, we make simple food like carbohydrates, which are used by the heterotrophs, or the people who cannot produce food, right? Now, in this, it is very important to understand the photosynthesis reaction, because it is absolutely very important from the exam perspective. So over here, you can see carbon dioxide and water. Yes, which is reacting in the presence of sunlight and in chlorophyll is absolutely required for this reaction to take place. Why? Because sunlight is absorbed by chlorophyll, then sunlight, no, it is light energy, then it is converted into chemical energy, and this particular chemical reaction is taken out. Yes. So once this happens, you get glucose and oxygen. Now in your textbook, it is divided into three amazing points. So we have absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Now the absorbed light energy is converted into chemical energy. Yes. Why do I require this chemical energy? This chemical energy helps to lyse, helps to break down the water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. Yes. The hydrogen then with carbon dioxide is reduced. It forms glucose, and the oxygen is released independently in the form of oxygen gas. Yes. So this entire thing, reduction of carbohydrates, yes, reduction of carbon dioxide to give you carbohydrates. Now this everything is happening over here. Can you see the blue color water going up? Yes. We can also see that we have amazing green leaves, in the sense it has chlorophyll. We already have carbon dioxide and oxygen in the nature. So if it is absorbing carbon dioxide, it is giving out oxygen back into the nature. And this all happens in the presence of sunlight. So that is nutrition. Clear? Then we have exchange of gases. Now whenever we talk about exchange of gases, what do we have over here? Who does this exchange of gases? Are we the only one who do the exchange of gases? The answer is no. Even plants undergo exchange of gases. It means that they take in carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. Yes. Now what is stomata? Stomata is a basic pore opening which is present. Yes. But then it is regulated. Yes. The opening of the stomata is regulated by two kidney-shaped cells, and which are given the name as guard cells. Okay. Whenever the water seeps into the guard cells, they bulge. Yes. And as a result, what happens is the inner wall of the stomata is quite thick. Okay. So even if it is bulging, just try to increase the pressure on the walls. You can see the thickness is so huge. So the pressure not necessarily gets fully on towards the inner side, but rather it is distributed towards the outer side of the guard cells. And as a result, as soon as the water goes inside the guard cells open up. Yes, because the movement of water is towards the walls of the guard cells. Yes, when the guard cells lose the water, when they shrink in size, this is how it looks like. You can absolutely see there is no opening in here, and as a result, it is not the stomatal opening, and it is absolutely closed. Okay. So this is how it goes. You can see the stomata, which is taking in carbon dioxide and it is giving out oxygen. Yes, everybody can see that. So we have the guard cell, which is taking in carbon dioxide and it is giving out oxygen. Understood? So if you wish, you can give the answer in the comment section. Name the pigment which is responsible for absorption of light in plants. This is something we just discovered. Name the pigment which is responsible for the absorption of light in plants. What is it? Absolutely correct, Ajay Kumar Singh. The pigment which is responsible for the absorption of light in plants is chlorophyll. Right? So chlorophyll is the green pigment which is present in plants, and it is responsible for the absorption of light, through which we undergo the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Next we move on to heterotrophs. So what are heterotrophs? What exactly are they? So autotrophs can make their own food. They are all like, haha, my life is jingalala. But whatever they use and whatever then is remaining, they pass it on to the fruits. They pass it on to the stem part. They pass it on to the root part, wherein the food is getting stored, right? And we, wo pacha kucha saman jo hai na ped ka, we are the one, and we are like, oh, we are so special. We get all these fruits and vegetables and everything from the plant, but actually it's not for you. These are all the extra things that the plant has produced, right? Then we eat these complex substances, and the enzymes in our body are going to break it down and help us to digest it further, right? So the heterotrophs are not only animals but also fungi, because it is saprophytic in nature. So biocatalyst is enzyme. Now what is catalyst? Catalyst is something which can alter the rate of reaction. It means it can increase the rate of reaction, it can decrease the rate of reaction. Generally it is used to increase the rate of reaction, right? So biocatalyst over here, bio means your body, something which is living. Catalyst we already know, which alters the rate of reaction. So whenever this catalyst is present inside a biological body, it is called as enzyme. Clear? So whatever we have studied till now, I think absolutely can connect the dots and say that heterotrophs are totally dependent on autotrophs in whatever they do. Yes. Let's move on. Next slide over here. It explains very nicely that what are the types of nutrition that we see. Yes. So over here you can see we have nutrition. Nutrition is further divided into autotrophic and heterotrophic, which we just studied. Yes. Now, the heterotrophic type of nutrition is further classified to give you saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic mode of nutrition. Now, what is saprophytic mode of nutrition? Whenever you're getting energy from dead, decaying organic matter, yes, whenever you are breaking it down, it means you are saprophytic organism, like mushrooms and everything. What is parasitic? Parasitic is, but whatever you're eating, I will eat. You did not ask me, no, you did not share, so now I am going to share with you. Yes, so parasites are something which enter the body, yes, and they take your nutrition. So at the end of the day, you will see that you are losing your weight, you're not getting the nutrition, you're not getting the body weight for which you're eating the food, right? So that all is parasitic nutrition. Leeches and mosquitoes are example of parasitic nutrition. Yes. Now what is holozoic? Holozoic means they can take the entire food and put it in their mouth and it is not going to change anything. Why? Because, well, let's see. In holozoic, we have saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic mode of nutrition. Yes. So, if I'm eating rice, am I like, ruko, 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 I will now digest the rice outside and then only I will eat. Do we say this thing? The answer is no. Why? Because we are heterotrophic. We are dependent upon our food for somebody else, on somebody else. Now this is the nutrition in amoeba. So this is something which you have also studied in 9th standard. So over here you can see the food, or you can see the pseudopodia. As soon as the food is under the class of the ammonia goes like fuzuk, tappa. Yes, then the food is given into the food vacuole where it is digested, it is absorbed by the body, it is assimilated throughout the body, and whatever is remaining is then used in the process of ingestion. Yes, that is to throw it out of the body. Clear? And that is exactly how ours also look like. Okay, so over here you can see, I don't know how many of you have seen amoeba actually eating food. So where you can see one amoeba is lying with so many amoebulae so that they can get their fair share of food. And you can see the fake vacuoles that you have over here. Over here, this is a huge fake vacuole, yes, which is there, which is used to trap the amoeba, yes, and that is how it goes. The next question on whenever you're ready, you can give the answer in the comment section. No idea, Ajay? What is the process of intake of nutrients of an organism as well as its utilization of these nutrients by the organism is important, and what is it called? So, well, it is photosynthesis, guys. Come on. It is photosynthesis because that is what helps us to utilize the nutrients, and it also is a process of intake of nutrients. Yes, and therefore the correct answer is photosynthesis. Okay. Next question: an organism obtains its food from decaying organic matter. Plants, dead animals, and rotten, etc. is called as what? Whenever you guys are ready, you can give me the answer in the chat section so I can assess if you are remembering something or if you are not. Very good, Sakshi. Anybody else? Well, that's correct. It is saprophytic mode of nutrition, because whenever something is dead and decaying, so saprophytes, that is the fungus, are the first one to come and have a taste of it. Yes. The next topic that we are doing is a respiration. Just give me a second. I'll just on the fan and I will be there. Yeah. Till then you. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Is the speaker making noise for you also? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, now there is no back sound. Can you hear me? Yes. So let's begin from where we left off. I'm so sorry. There were some voice issues that we were having. Okay. Yes. So let's talk about respiration. Okay. So now, what is respiration? Now, respiration is not about. You might have done this. Yes, we have done this in our school, or maybe your mom is like, "Excuse me, sit down, young boy and lady. Let's do the exercise." Yes. So now, what exactly happens over here? Now, respiration is not only about breathing, but respiration is also something that happens at the cellular level, right? The respiration that happens at the cellular level is further divided into two types, that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Okay, we talk about aerobic respiration, as the name suggests, aerobic, air. So this type of respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen, right? Similarly, when we talk about anaerobic respiration, so this type of respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. Yes, so aerobic, air, so it takes place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic is totally opposite of aerobic respiration, so it is happening in absence. Okay, now when we talk about respiration, it's very important to understand that you still remember cytoplasm, mitochondria, nucleus. Yes, because as soon as we get glucose, yeah, where do we get the glucose from? We got glucose into the cell. Yes, because the food was digested. So this glucose, now if anybody comes to your house, you won't be like, ha, chalo bedroom mein jaake baithte. No, we have a living room for that. Yes. So similarly, over here you will see that the glucose which has just been produced goes inside the cell. Goes where? Goes inside the cell. Yes, so obviously it is not going to go into one of the organelles because it has just entered. वो एक मेहमान है, right? So glucose is there in the cytoplasm. Now in the cytoplasm itself, no matter which type of respiration it is, aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration, this glucose over here is lysed. It is lysed to give you pyruvate. What to give you? It is lysed to give you pyruvate, and this lysis of glucose, yes, is called as glycolysis. The very first step of respiration, no matter which, aerobic or anaerobic respiration, the very first step is glycolysis. Okay, which takes place, as you can see, glucose has just entered the cell and it is taking place in the cell itself. Okay, so one glucose is 6 carbon, one pyruvate is 3 carbon. So if I am taking one glucose molecule, how many molecules of pyruvate am I getting? I am getting 2 molecules of pyruvate. Why? Because 3 2s are 6. So as I just told you that this breakdown of glucose, that is glycolysis, is the very first step when it comes to respiration, no matter what. Aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration, the first step remains the same. Okay. Then we move on to anaerobic respiration. Now in anaerobic respiration, it does not necessarily go into cell organelles. The furthest step of the anaerobic respiration is completed in the cytoplasm itself, wherein the pyruvate, the pyruvic acid that we have just acquired, yes, from glycolysis, that is converted into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Yes. So this alcohol is ethanol and carbon dioxide. One such great example is yeast, which is used during fermentation. Yes. Further, we have something called as aerobic respiration. Now, what is aerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration means when you break down pyruvate, But where does this happen? Now, in the organisms where aerobic respiration takes place, the breakdown of pyruvate happens in the mitochondria. Yes. So once you get the pyruvate, it is going into a cell organelle, that is the mitochondria, wherein the pyruvate is further broken down to give you carbon dioxide and water along with a lot of energy. So when you compare aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, always remember that aerobic respiration yields less energy in comparison to aerobic respiration, which yields more amount of energy, that is ATP. Okay, and lastly we have something called as anaerobic respiration only, but it happens in the muscle cells of humans, right? So whenever you're exercising or you're exercising after a very long time, so you end up creating deprivation of oxygen in the muscle cells. As a result, your muscles are like, तुम मुझे सांस दो, मैं तुम्हें workout करने की इच्छा शक्ति दूंगा. Right, so all of this, when there is lack of oxygen in the muscle cells, so if there is lack of oxygen, automatically our cells cannot do aerobic respiration anymore because they require oxygen to do the further steps, right? So over here, our muscle cells start doing anaerobic respiration, through which they produce lactic acid, which is a 3-carbon molecule. Understood? Yes. So that is how it happens. First step of any respiration is the same, that is breakdown of glucose in the cytoplasm, which is called as glycolysis. And anaerobic respiration, pyruvate may be converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. Aerobic respiration, breakdown of pyruvate in the mitochondria to give rise to carbon dioxide and water. Yes. So now this is something which you have in your textbook, which is figure 6.8. Now this is something which you can absolutely go on to. Why? Because then you don't have to read the entire paragraphs of this chapter. Rather, just go to this diagram. You can automatically see that you have glucose, you have pyruvate. Over here, the name of the process is not given, although it is not given in the NCERT also, but I'm writing it anyhow. It is called as glycolysis, right? Now, once you get pyruvate can either go to in the yeast, that's anaerobic respiration. It can also happen. Anaerobic respiration can also happen in our muscle cells. An aerobic type of respiration happens in our mitochondria. So the energy is given out in every one of them, but the amount of energy is the most in an aerobic presence. Okay, that is presence of oxygen where you get the most amount of energy. Now when we talk about respiration, we are respiring with the exchange of gases. That is, we take in oxygen, we give out carbon dioxide, right? So we are doing that. There's nothing new which we have been studying for a very long time. But do the plants also do the same thing? The answer is yes. Plants also, they don't take in oxygen though. They take in carbon dioxide and they give out and they give out oxygen. Yes, and once the guard cells become flaccid, they cannot hold it anymore. The water just goes out, and these are now without any stomatal opening. It means the stomatal opening is closed. Okay. Then we move on to the respiration that we all have been doing in our yoga classes, and that is the breathing exercises. Yes. So what is that? Hi Zoro, thank you so much. What is that? You're breathing in, right? You're taking in the oxygen. So where are you doing that? Are you breathing it from your mouth? No, you're not eating noodles. So what do we have? We have the nasal cavity through which we take in the air. Then the air goes on to the pharynx, which is the food pipe. Then it goes to the larynx, which is the voice, that is a windpipe. Then through which we get trachea, which has cartilaginous rings, so that the trachea does not collapse. Yes. Now this trachea, as we have two lengths, the trachea divides into two branches. Each branch is called as a bronchi. Yes. Each bronchi enters two different lungs, and it further divides and redivides. And when it further divides and redivides, it gives rise to bronchioles, which are divided pipes of bronchi. Yes. At the tip of the bronchioles, at the ending of the bronchioles, you will see sac-like structures, and these sac-like structures are called as alveoli. Okay. And over here you can see the diaphragm. Now what exactly and how exactly do the alveoli look like? So over here you can see how your inhaled air is coming in. Your inhaled air has more amount of oxygen, right? So it goes into the alveoli. Alveoli are fully lined with blood vessels. Alveoli have very thin cell wall. Why? So that the oxygen can be transmitted. Your oxygen and carbon dioxide, the exchange of gases can happen smoothly. Yes. And so the oxygen is taken by the blood, and carbon dioxide is given back into the alveoli, and alveoli take this carbon dioxide back to the lungs, and then it is given out of the body. Okay. So over here you can see how a person is breathing in. So his lungs are expanding, and diaphragm is becoming flat. And at the same time, what is happening inside the alveoli? So what is happening is carbon dioxide is given out and oxygen is given in, because that is oxygen after all. Yes. So also before we move on, guys, let me quickly tell you about Unacademy's awesome special classes. So what exactly do we have over here? So in special classes, we have a special class tomorrow at 7 p.m. So if you're interested, you can join us there. So what happens over there? You have real-time interactions using chats and emojis, and you get to make friends. You're studying with so many people. You can also bring in your friends, and फिर आपको leaderboard भी मिलता है, right? So if you and your friends and everybody is just going to compete with each other, so this is what you can go with. So you have the leaderboard where all the toppers, the top 10 toppers are displayed, and also you have a question section. So if you have any doubts, all you have to do is go on to the question section, put in your question, and voila, right? So how to watch my special class? So all you have to do is download the Unacademy learning app and put in your mobile number, create your own account, enter the email address wherever you live. Yes, finally select the goal. All right, but if you are over here, and if you are going to talk about competitive examinations, so you can do that as well. The code, I have a code that is called as BBLIVE10. Yes, now that is not only applicable in CBSE class 10, but is applicable everywhere and the entire platform. You will get 10% discount if you are using the code BLIVE10. It is available for class 10th. You have many language options. You have English, Hindi, and English. So if you're interested in any one of them, you can click I teach in English. So you can go to my profile, enroll to the special class that I have tomorrow. 10 minutes before the class will be notified. So जो भी तुम हाथ में काम कर रहे हो वो सब छोड़ छाड़ के तुम lecture में आ सकते हो. Yes, I teach in English, but you also get it in Hindi and English. English is where you get a nice combination, a nice mixture of Hindi as well as English. Okay. So as you can see over here, today we also had a session on assertion and reasoning of metals and non-metals. But no worries if you're not able to join it. Tomorrow also we have an ANR session on the chapter life processes. Yes, so if you're interested, you can join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. on 29th of October. Okay. So next, move on to excretion. Yes. Also, what is excretion? What is included? What are the body parts that are included in excretion? So we have a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and an urethra, which make up the entire excretory system. Now, do we have specialized organs for that? The answer is yes, we have specialized organs for that, and they are called as abdomen, right? Also, we have some special characteristics. We have some pipes and everything connected to the organs. So we have a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, urinary bladder, and a urethra, which is connected. Kidneys location, that is abdomen, is either side of the backbone. So what exactly is urine? How do we get it, and how does it get formed? Is it okay? So urine is produced by the kidneys when whatever dirt, whatever gunk it has taken up from the blood, which has entered the glomerulus. Yes, through which now what happens? The urinary bladder, it is stored until the release. Right now, purpose of making urine is to filter out the waste products which are making the blood toxic, like urea, uric acid, and everything. Yes, so over here you can see the red one is taking the blood inside, the blue one is taking the blood outside. Yes. So now what exactly? Now inside kidneys, do we have something which we do have inside the lungs, and do we have some filtration unit? Do we have some basic elements that are always present? The answer is yes. Basic filtration unit in kidney. So we also have something else, which is the nephrons are very close together, right? So it becomes different to differentiate between glucose, amino acid, salts, and major amount of water, selective deabsorption, especially when you just shift to a new place. So now this is the diagram of nephron. This will look very complicated, but you don't have to remember the complicated one. You can also go for the simplified version of that, where you just ignore the BCT and DCT in there. Yes, so you can see the glomerulus, you can see the Bowman's capsule, you can see the tubule, and the collecting duct. All of these play a very huge important role. So excretion in human beings all depends upon how much water is exactly present inside your body. If you have a lot of water present inside your body, then the reabsorption will be done less. Yes, but if you have less amount, then what is going to happen? If you have a lot of water inside your body, why would reabsorption be more? It's going to decrease, right? Similarly, urine is stored in the body, urine is stored in the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is muscular and is under the nervous control, so you can usually have the urge to control it. Yes. So over here you can see how different substances from the blood are going from the glomerulus into the tubule. In the tubule, you can see substances like sodium, proteins, amino acids, glucose are coming out, and then whatever is remaining, then that is given out of the body. It goes to the collecting duct. From the collecting duct, it is excreted out of the body. Okay. Over here, you can see how exactly the filtration is happening. You can see the glomerulus, the blood pipe has come and it is giving away all the dirt which it thinks is not required by the blood, and then it just moves on, and the filtration process just goes on after it is gone. Yes. So as I told you, we have a special class tomorrow at 7 p.m. 29th of October. Yes, and we have some amazing festive season offer which are going on. So if you're thinking of subscribing and you're subscribing for 12 months and above, you're getting 4 months additional absolutely free, right? So you're getting 16 months with 10% discount if you're using the code BBLIVEU10. Yes, you're also getting 4 months, so 16 months of CBSE classes subscription plus 4 months of Creative Corner. So you're getting all of this for less, very less. You're getting up to 20% discount, because you also have credits. If you have credits, your credits give you up to 10% discount. The code BBLIV10 gives you a 10% discount, sure, right? So if you're going for 24 months and above, you're getting 6 months additional and 6 months of Creative Corner. If you're going for 60 months and above, you're getting 8 months of plus subscription, along with it absolutely free or iconic, and 8 months of Creative Corner. Now this is something which can develop your personality overall, and that is how it goes. Yes. Now, Unacademy Combat Scholarship. Now, this is something which is there for class 9th. Yes, you can register yourself. You can, not yourself, you can register your brothers and sisters and anybody who's smaller in your town, in your village, or whoever, wherever anybody lives in around you. So, combat questions are available both in Hindi and English. There are 30 questions. You're giving 45 minutes each. You also get a detailed video solution for each question. You can win scholarship which is worth up to 1 crore rupees. It is valid till 31st of October. It is going to happen on 31st of October, 11 a.m. The link is in the description down below. You can register yourself for absolutely free, and while you're registering, do not forget to use the code BBLIVE10. If you are coming from the rank 1 to 3, you are going to get 1 year of plus subscription absolutely free. From 6 to 10, 75%, 11 to 50, 50% scholarship, 51 to 150, 25% scholarship. Yes, and also on Plus and Iconic, we have the feature of raising a hand. So what is a raise a hand feature? Whenever you want to clear your doubts and you have amazing 1:1 session, we can have quizzes and vivas. You can ask doubts which are a little hard to type on, but it can easily be explained through your mouth, and that is exactly what can be done over here. The classes are highly personalized and highly interactive. And if you want to have an amazing taste of this, all you have to do is use the code which is displayed on the screen, that is BBLIVE10. Also, every Monday we have new batches coming up. So even if you're not a part of Unacademy, you should not feel like yaar abhi main jaunga to mujhe kya hi milega. There's nothing of use anymore. That is not true. We have score booster batch which gives you wherein it is happening on Plus starting on 1st of November, wherein what you get is biology from me, all the important MCQ questions. Rankers batch is there, and here I'm taking the entire science, case study, MCQs and everything, which is also starting at 1st of November, right? Also, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section itself. So what is Plus? Plus is a platform where India's best educators come in to teach you. Also, we have interactive live classes, live tests and quizzes, and structured courses and PDFs. So you don't have to go actually anywhere. All you have to do is just chillax and enjoy the process of studying. So next we have Iconic. Iconic has all the features of Unacademy Plus, but along with that, it has a personal mentor who guides you throughout the academic year. You have live doubt solution sessions, parent connect, and study planners. You don't waste your time on anything which is trivial. You're totally focused on your studies, right? And also, Iconic has a new feature, that is 1:1 homework help, wherein you can discuss, you can book a slot with an individual teacher. So the attention is never out of you, not ever out of focus. You can discuss your doubts, you can clarify your concepts, you can also start for asking for exam strategies, everything that you might require at this moment of time. Yes, you can see the offers on the screen. It's also available on the app. All you have to do is use the code BB60. You will get a 10% discount. With the code, you will get up to 20% discount. Yes. So what are you waiting for? Download the Unacademy app right away. Use the code BBLIVE10 and I will see you there. Also, download the Unacademy app. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. we have a session on Unacademy app. Yes, it is going to happen at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is a assertion and reasoning question, that is ANR question, which is happening. So if you're interested, you can join us. And thank you so much for coming in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. Let's crack it. Yes, and I'll see you at 9:15 on the Unacademy live class 9th and 10th channel, where we are doing one shot of acid bases and salts. So I'll see you there. Till then, take care of yourselves and bye everybody.